It's cable say what system name
Ebro 100. What does it? Ebro 100. And you know me be advice especially yen ya fe ne yesi so ayekopɛ den yesi no. Wo a usika wo fom.
Yeah.
Na wakɔtɔ cable lines
na say
wo dan. What does it? Nti no be ya wo the me advice. We any private business as an America. A state institution.
Yeah.
What the website of Ghana Standards Authority. Listed.
Into gsa.gov.gh. gsa.gov.gh.
Any means possible.
I think the best way out will be, apart from media way, what the Energy Commission has done.
Yeah.
So what's we now about wiring? You was certified electrical engineers energy commissioner training one in the ECG office. Now kwaje form now they apply for meter now. On numbers be to some of these certified guys.
Yes.
Now what friend one mama call wire will fear honey will be amount.
Now one a better wires.
No, I was what the mom. Omono ye trained nintendo. They are told to go to GSA website and buy wire because one yes sir you would lose your license.
I just ni nyina na say do man he kan enya bone. Wo do munye na say what's up abasui.
Yeah.
Kakra bi small one sentence per se.
Na am for
to a ya and circulating no compose no. Say the be ya e bia wo ye ignorant of you no. Wa ko ECG a certified person ya wo bit akwa wire mfia ma no akwakoto mole wire na wo wunim na abese wo dan nti no yemwa oso mu nyina ye proactive I'm sure say sometime to come Ghana bese sakaka what does it bia mwa na me de ya di e ho abrache toto.
That's the word. Ya di e ho abrache.
Oh aden na obi adekroti I am saying no na kameba na binti na aye
odundum ni phone nyina Media message
on
connecting Solomon Sasumen.
I sasu catch them on pay. Sasu catch them so there be in fact the thing no na make sense. Okay. It me do me phone. Like one new phone na want me get one cent.
No problem.
To be real Dominic catch them no so time na use them
no problem.
Na where ye krata e was say do in fact sagle me asem ye.
Yes.
Honorable attach na some people before buy no. Omo say issues kakra bi wo. It almost start investigations kakra. And lawyer penny or Kasaba Ghana government. Or no, any attorney general.
Yes.
Be about the corner for advice.
Yes.
We are lawyer Chinese in our components or the corner for advice. Until 16th November 2018.
Okay.
And the Minister of Works and Housing, led by Tachia, or got down documents in Yina say, and name of who cycling contract in Huni. It's about the command attorney general say, one should know for say next step be Benu Muntiki. Until November 16th on the call. 8th May, and Attorney General.
And then advice nearby.
8th May, enrich.
Okay, enrich, yeah.
And you know, we are no. In fact, the last time I not touching a press conference, it's 3 weeks ago. Me could be. Yeah. Now, no, or you was say documents on the command Attorney General, and not from. So I don't know what kind. Say a dozen. Into no, no be Attorney General. So much problem can kind ye no say contract. I say I didn't a contract and one sentence contract. And the core parliament is also and just almost here for the bit review. Say ni say ne be na me na koy. And the pressure will go for so cast in I say there be an asaglemi as a maba. My make out to say me last year me ko saglemi. Na saglemi ho no kwa. Wo ye say private citizen wuntimi nko individually. Omo ma wases.
Okay.
Brazilian company no they are still in control of
the place.
It me kuta keys. It me ko ho no me ye ya na me ko Works and Housing Ministry. Ansa no mu no bi kasa wo ho ansa no
ma access.
I say ma okwangram. Era me ko ye. Ma ko hu dan ni bi. E dan ni de woni si wo ma na ka efe. Enti no ki nya na so sa bi bro Ghana.
Okay, yeah.
What I say. Ba nya dan fe ho asa ni ye ka say contract no asa ni ye ka. Enti me kuta document ni bi ama men kan straight out. Enti we ye 8th May 2019. Now was saying termination of the engineering, procurement and construction contract between the government of Ghana and Contractual OAS Ghana Limited.
That's the EPC contract.
Aye.
Okay.
8 May.
Aye. Contract and from Contractual OAS Ghana Limited.
Yes.
Was say we acknowledge receipt where ye Attorney General the Troy. Or the command on
attaching. Okay.
8th May.
Okay.
We acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 16th November 2018 requesting for an opinion on the termination of the engineering, procurement and construction contract between the government of Ghana and Contractual OS Limited. We have reviewed all the documents submitted by the ministry to this office, namely, then 1, the executive approval for the construction of 5,000 affordable housing units for sale to the general public through mortgage provided by the Ghana Home Loans and implemented by Contractual OS Limited. 2, the parliamentary approval for the loan agreement between the government of Ghana and Credit Suisse International for an amount of 200 million United States dollars for the construction of 5,000 affordable housing units. 3, the escrow management agreement relating to the development of up to 5,000 housing units between the Ministry of Finance as the borrower, the Ministry of Water Resources, Works and Housing as the developer, Contractual OS Ghana Limited as the contractor, and Bank of Ghana as the account holder.
Hold on, maybe I'll see up to then.
Up to 5,000.
The escrow management account relating to the development of up to 5,000 housing units.
Yeah.
4, the original EPS agreement signed on 4th January 2013 between the ministry and Contractual OS Ghana Limited for the construction of the housing project. The first and restated agreement signed on 27 February 2014 between the ministry and Michel's Contractual OS Limited, which defined the number of houses to be constructed as 1,502 housing units at a contract price of $200 million.
Yes.
No. That 1,502.
That's
at the cost of the full cost of the
project. Full cost. Yeah.
But full cost is 5,000. Is that correct?
That be full cost.
Units are even
units initially 5,000.
5,000 units as per the parliamentary approval.
And then on 27 February 2014.
Yeah, we second amendment.
First restated agreement.
Yes.
And no change, from 5,000
to
1,502.
Okay.
But maintaining the contract
the 200
price
million
of 200 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
6, the second restated agreement signed on 21st December 2016 by the then chief director of the ministry, Alhaji Zidrim Yakubu.
And Mamenka said, "Yeah, we boss we document ne contractor age say almost a year.
Almost a year. And I'm boboso.
Good.
We see. And Michel's Contractual Limited, which provided for the delivery of the 1,502 houses in 3 different stages of completion as follows.
Yeah.
A, 1,024 housing units to be fully constructed. B, 388 housing units to be completed externally.
Yeah.
And then C, 90 housing units to be left at foundation or lintel levels. And then 7, the third amendment and restated agreement, which extended the term of the agreement to December 2017 to enable the contractor complete the project and further reduce the contract price to 181 million United States dollars. We have reviewed the documents submitted to this office on the matter and made the following observations and comments. Both the executive approval and parliamentary approval for the Saglem housing project was for the construction of 5,000 housing units at a cost of $200 million.
That's the first observation from the Attorney General.
Yeah, what was from the documents reviewed, there is no evidence justifying the variation of the scope of the agreement in the first and restated agreement signed by the then Minister, Honorable Collins Dauda, which reduced the number of housing units to be constructed from 5,000 to 1,502, even though the price remained 200 million.
Maybe that's a very critical point in this whole discussion.
Yes.
See, and also maybe you say they agree, say the executive approval and the parliamentary approval, no, approve 200 million for 5,000.
Yes.
But there is no evidence before them. I justify variation, no, from 5,000 to 1,502.
And maintaining
the 200 million. No evidence before them.
Was it both the executive approval and parliamentary approval for the Saglem housing project was for the construction of 5,000 units at a cost of 200 million.
Yes.
From the documents reviewed, there is no evidence justifying the variation of the scope of the agreement in the first and restated agreement signed by the then Minister, Honorable Collins Dauda. Then second, since the first and restated agreement witnessed a substantial reduction in the scope of the agreement from 5,000 housing units 2,502 housing units, the ministry ought to have resubmitted the agreement
to Parliament
for approval.
Wow.
The ministry's failure to resubmit the first and restated agreement to Parliament for approval, therefore, renders the first and restated agreement null and void.
Null and void?
Yes.
That's the Attorney General's opinion.
That's the Attorney General's opinion. Third, the Chief Director of the Ministry, Alhaji Ziblim Yakubu, signed the second and restated agreement dated 21st December 2016 with Michelle's Contractual Limited, which changed the terms of the original agreement to the following. 1,502 housing units were to be delivered in 3 stages of completion as follows. 1,024 housing units to be fully constructed, 388 housing units to be completed externally, and 90 housing units to be left at foundation or lintel levels. Then was it the State Property and Contracts Act and we had Okotu. Let me just leave that one.
Okay.
Baby, can I say there is no evidence that the Chief Director, Alhaji Ziblim Yakubu, was clothed with capacity to review the first and restatement agreement of 4th January 2013. We are of the view that in the absence of any evidence to the effect that the Chief Director was authorized by the Minister
to do that,
to review and sign the second restated agreement, which in any case was not submitted to Parliament,
it's also null and void.
On this ground, null and void.
And
of no legal effect.
Good. And that second restated agreement was done in December 2016.
Exactly.
December 2016. And Alhaji Ziblim, minister then. Who was the minister then?
No. Alhaji Ziblim, the Chief Director.
No, me. But the minister then.
The minister then was Collins Dowda.
No. 2016 December.
Oh, okay, 2016. Free or no?
Oh, we can check it.
Yeah, we can. We would have to.
It was signed on 21st December 2016.
Yes.
Yes. And was it number 5? In the event that the variations to the first restated and amended agreement lack the appropriate authorization and approval as required by law, then the original EPC agreement signed by the parties on 3rd January 2014 remains the only valid agreement binding the parties.
So we are going back to 2014.
The original one.
The original EPC, the one that went to Parliament. But has it been established? Say EPC in the core Parliament.
And it's no matter. Sadomaka say EPC in the core Parliament and parliamentary and executive approval.
Okay, because I was thinking say master facility agreement and
okay, so per what I have, that's what.
Okay, no problem. And honestly from document or my perusing in EPC in the core Parliament.
Yes.
In the original one that was approved by Parliament in 2014. And on a
valid agreement. And then 6. Although the agreement failed to specify the number of housing units to be constructed under the project, both the executive approval and parliamentary approvals for the project clearly stated the number of housing units to be constructed as 5,000 units at a cost of $200 million. The term of the original EPC agreement signed on 3rd January 2014 expired in June 2017.
2017, yes.
Sorry, 2017.
1 year.
Even though the contractor had not completed the construction of the 5,000 housing units. Don't you say, I expired 2017, but still no
5,000 as per the original approval from Parliament.
Now, I say till date, the contractor has completed only 1,412 housing units. The effect of the expiration is to bring a contract to an end at a certain point and to absorb the parties of their obligations. Accrued rights and obligations under the agreement are, however, not affected. It is observed that even though the contractor has constructed only 1,412 housing units, he has been paid a total of 1,179 million. Yes, 179 approximately $179 million has been given to him. It is observed from the documents submitted to this office for review that the contractor has served notice on the ministry of its intention to terminate the agreement. Also, Contractual for the letter the minister of agreement. Was it the Minister for Works and Housing request the Attorney General to consider the brief on the status of the Saglam housing project and to initiate steps to terminate the EPC contract? We advise as follows. Since the agreement expired in June 2017, there can be no termination of a non-existent agreement as requested by the ministry. The agreement having expired in June 2017, the purported notice of termination by the contractor has no basis in law. and is therefore of no effect. The ministry is therefore advised to write formally to the contractor rejecting the purported notice of termination. Since the parties to the agreement are bound by the agreed accrued rights and obligations, notwithstanding its expiration, the ministry is advised to demand specific performance of the obligations of the contractor as contained in the expired agreement. Alternatively, a demand may be made by the ministry on the contractor for a refund. For a refund of all overpayments as well as interest, subject to the conduct of a value for money audit. In the absence of a valid explanation for the variation of the terms of the original agreement, it is advised that the matter be referred to the appropriate authority for criminal investigation. Please do not hesitate to refer to us for clarification.
Wow, this is really, really interesting. Number one for me, of course, the Attorney General perused only documents submitted to her.
Yes.
And in this case, I would want to believe, she did not hear from Honorable Collins Dauda.
It could be.
Good.
Possible.
Good. And the first opinion from the AG, say the only contractor monomuhune say valid, the approval from Parliament and the cabinet ones, and to them, what is 2014, and to them, valid.
Yeah.
Into the EPC, which was signed between the implementing ministry and the contractor, because anchor back to Parliament, in the null and void. And the EPC was the basis how our project, and if that EPC contract is null and void, the whole project there, null
and void. But yet think I say null and void. No advice say it is sad. I was a a unit price.
Of course.
And na unit price to say be we see full build ba ko housing units ni wo mu na. Yeah. Saying it is about for say $50,000 per 1 hour.
Yeah.
You multiply $50,000 by 1,502 no any other engineering works
I get you, but only my problem ne say minister take it over me chair attach the ministry got RMS to do some investigations.
Yes.
RMS report and so strangely and to me I'm finding any adverse findings against anybody. Because how can RMS report in import?
Me quite remember, but now me say review, and because it needs to be reviewed.
Review, eh?
Yeah, the working country.
And RMS report, even said at a point, say, based on a more document on my perusal, nowhere was it stated, say it was so almost 5,000 housing units. Based on document contract and edit
okay.
Baby and one HSA was almost 5,000 housing.
So where is the original agreement? Parliament.
That's the point. And I would want to believe, say, AG moment your opportunity to read that original agreement, and into that they are still standing by because they quote the original agreement in Parliament and the cabinet approval.
Okay.
Say omunyina no can 5,000 housing unit. And how come say RMS and so enya access to because this is a body. Ministry nankasa set one up said they should investigate this whole deal. And your also findings aba
and so because omonsa kan no a very strange.
And I'm making it's strange.
And I'm because
RMS etimi throw in the report say document ebeda won anim no baby and where say yes you omunkosi 5,000 housing units. That's strange for me.
That's very strange because original document in the Parliament for approval.
Yes.
Okay, I'm getting this information that the loan agreement which Parliament is required to approve under Act 182 of the Constitution, and we should note that the loan agreement was approved on 31st October 2012.
Yeah, 2012.
And the EPC contract was signed on the 4th of January 2013. So, you know that distinction was added. And again, maybe but
the EPC contract was signed between who and who? Is it between the implementing ministry and the contractor? What the Attorney General is saying is because our EPC contract varied to some extent the terms of the original agreement approved by Parliament, they had to take the EPC contract back to Parliament for more approval, for another approval. And on an anchor, and that's what the AG is saying, say, because of that singular lacuna nintino, the EPC contract is null and void. Yeah.
From her.
Yeah.
And then Wednesday.
Wednesday.
And then Wednesday. May bomb pie. Ebia and I'm going to do fiada. Yes.
Okay. No,
because we have
there are a lot of gray areas.
Yeah, we have to get the original.
Because the character it needs to be reviewed. What can carry by the character and
exactly.
No, so with the AG opinion. AG opinion, no.
What about outer? What's it there? More complete yes.
Oh no. And man, me yamfa we ntwem am obi ante say Attorney General opinion no enye sacrosanct.
Based on documents
when it goes to court in the Siana or recommend say yemfa the people involved emma the appropriate state agencies for investigation.
That means any
absolutely. And the ones they investigate in investigation they will talk to somebody like Collins Dowda. Collins Dowda so be can the onunsu nim about this deal. I'm find this never form a basis for a prosecution.
Attorney General won investigations.
Yes, that be
Attorney General investigations.
What did
the crata to the man no afa Ghana mra. No what
the crata
na wo de bre no. Wo no ko pebi obabi bia meka ho. When I would have some crata in my dream. It's in crata de be man no de ne ho adwen yaba. And we recommend this says had the young investigations. And I'm hoping this investigations yes ye
absolutely.
Because your investigations then the be who original Parliament no 5,000 if and throne. What I said na because nyama do kolezada wo ho. Kolezada wo through media. Yes kolezada is investigations. Ye feda obeba obetwa chetim say e benyi say net ye. Na nyina akoma ayede ato ayem na kwan kra befa so na yakwa use sa dan dey say dan na efe. Kwan dey wa but dan efe.
One other thing Oman unim one other thing in so AG advice no. Unim say as we speak the Ghana Revenue Authority your tax refund be was a yema contractor no. And around $4 million US dollars.
Yes.
And if indeed we accept $4 million
tax waivers na
yes sir now
tax waivers no
tax exemptions.
Okay, but it's not it's more than
okay see aka $4 million. What I am saying is if the EPC is null and void according to the AGR.
But the EPC is not approved by Parliament too.
Nyabotre. The EPC was not approved by Parliament.
It is not.
No. AG say in her opinion, because say EPC no, every substantively the original agreement in Parliament no, they should have gone back to Parliament. That's the AG's opinion.
Yes.
And America said,
but I think it should be between the implementing ministry and the contractor. Where is Parliament coming in?
Mostly, but the thing they say, now Parliament amount approval say 5,000 housing units, 200 million. What EPC with the contractor based
that's
on
the
new
implementing ministry.
Absolutely, based on new fact near the idea when Parliament approval no amount number of years Saudi deliver 5,000 housing units. The EPC substantively varies that. Legitimately so because oko grounds one will say was all landscaping for and was say a dino because we share contractor no original drawings or the free Brazil buy na we share dino height na enye to Ghana standard it never was say a BM so 5,000 housing units na say e be 1 inch in put na that's why the cost be huge good and this our cost no should have been borne by us with in 200 million good in legitimately so no changes be by in the EPC.
Strange
no, legitimately so.
We couldn't capture all.
I don't know your contract and the drawing or the free Brazil buy.
Because no Ghana
good, and unfortunately, some drawings in a Parliament in so G2. It's been handed over to you, the implementing agency. Only one other local consultant after drawings, then who say Dabi, when we do this on site, ABRMY, and on the problem. No, maybe and on the informing decision to sign the EPC, reduce the houses from 5,000 to 1,005. The point down, they say, why didn't you take that agreement, new agreement,
back to Parliament?
That is the point. And now, yes. Me point, they say, if the AG now says, because of man fan come back to Parliament, that EPC agreement is null and void. Why are we still paying tax refund to the contractor? For what?
So what's the idea why you do, Mama?
No, but the agreement is null and void. Any agreement, Papa.
Which the 2040 agreements? What destroying? Who does who take a contractor? What destroy the contract?
Yeah, and another interesting
valid question. Yeah. But you see, I mean, share a UBI said payment no mutual.
Yes.
Dates now. Mame.
Oh yeah.
But you see why also did attach here send a year.
Beba.
No attach here the put the beba ho.
Dates now now. Ma share time dates now. Mutual is scanning. Okay.
2017 and 20.
That will be first one year, April 2014.
Yes. Okay.
You have 46 me running up until no. 46 million and a mile. July 2014, you have 12 million. October 2014, you have 17 million. January 2015, you have 12 million.
Yes.
May 2015, 12 million. August 2015, 24 million. November 2015, 15 million. January 2016, 12 million. April 2016, 6 million. July 2016, 5 million. October 2016, 3 million. December 2016, 4 million. March 2017,
yes,
we paid them 5 million. Okay?
Yeah.
It's in one of the say, affair. Oh no,
yeah, you're rounded.
That's previous my boss say be a
3.6. Of course.
And you know, you be a question say, at what point in be who say questions be and when him say we impono say what kind RMS report now. In fact, we are reading a RMS report.
Yeah, I know. What kind details now? Where March 2017.
Yes.
July 2017, another payment was made because we share IPC 13 was paid to the contractor. Yes. And you almost submit your interim certificate. 13th one, we paid them. And in September 2017, you sign is a third restated agreement. But in the AG's opinion, Obsha, he mentioned the name of Ziblim.
Yes.
For what Ziblim did. Good. Who signed the third amended agreement? The AG did not mention any name.
The third, okay.
But I don't want to say Ziblim, no.
So who signed?
I've heard this.
Instructive.
Yeah, according maybe ya me busa questions no.
Yeah.
Matisse, Martini Pacro was signing here.
Yeah.
But I'm verified, so I don't want to put the pen.
But there is the AG should know and mention.
I'm told they say the background that's what ministry hosts.
Good. Why did the AG not mention?
But wait till I say this opinion about AG is subject to say be review.
But they want to mean another ruling.
But we can critique the opinion. Now, the minister, but can question was I'm a bit worried because Ghana management and a corner just trust as a bit time Ghana system payment. Nobody knows. Ministers don't know. They don't want to know. They don't care. And ministers come to sit on radio and say they made payments without my authorization, my consent. Political heads over ready. No. I have a problem. I have a problem because we have chain of line up and from ET Mensa through to college down throughout to attach.
Yeah.
They have certain maybe or my
yeah.
It didn't inure to the benefit of
yes. I mean politically and in the interest of the Ghanaian, some of these things shouldn't happen. And of course, the minister has absolutely no excuse for some of insomnia be our car and run. But the point is because
he is also excuse you and no,
he is talking law. Technically. What me busan say, don't you know, sir, we are vicariously responsible. It doesn't apply in criminal case, and that's a fact. A fact of law. In criminal cases, no vicarious liability. Emma, well, but also that's what he is talking. But maybe say morally, in the interest of protecting the public purse, we put ministers there for a reason. You get it? Ain't it was say Anka Obuanye a bit more you know, and we're not otimi hu nioma e koso in the ministry. That's my point.
And don't too much of it's too light for you to just wish it away. Say in the issue of morality. No, it's not a wish away like that.
And I make us say, man, me know we are doing, but I make us
for
say,
a chief
if you want to punish the minister now, every punishment you exact to the minister, what would it be based on? It will not be based on law. So we're infringing law. That's the point I'm making. It will be based on the fact that, okay, the public feels...
Then all the ministers, then clearly from that
be on the
from Collins to take over from Collins, then to this current minister, but nothing, because moral grounds. Yes. Nothing.
No, moral grounds, because as I share approval document now, who signed? If it's the minister who signed, then you blame it on the minister.
Responsible.
Absolutely. Now the minister says, I didn't sign. It is for the chief director to prove, there is correspondence between us. There is consent from the minister before I signed. Prove that in a court of law.
The one is Obi. Saglimino.
Yes.
And a normal project.
Good. Those are questions.
Yes.
Because maybe the important.
Yes, I'm who say Sikabet Mefri Finance Ministry.
Good.
Hey, there's some money I want to say. And you are forming a normal head such a ministry. There's some money who say, see to me, yes, I know my family. I swear for what you
And now, okay, I'm honorable. Are you telling me, sir, between two very important ministries, because we are talking $5 million US?
And minister can want some more.
Yes.
What can I say?
5 million. Or no say any idea.
Okay.
And finance ministry. Well, he was thinking, okay, when a scheme a year was civil service.
Let's run away from this.
But $5 million.
Let's move away from the scheme. Yes, civil servants, public servants. One more than one a book at an canana. They be than they are smarter.
Is it possible to be a chief director bit matro? BBC Ministry Finance.
Let's subject all
and you are brave with that request to the minister. Say
to the minute now almost.
Minister minister.
Report to the chief director is not clothed with the authority.
With the authority to do that.
Talk of a check.
No. That's why you raise this
agreement.
Alaji, don't get us wrong. The engineer Wahane said
we are asking
questions about this.
Their minister, it's an insult to even us.
Okay, Collins. Is it possible that? Is it possible that Sir Sika Snono ebe exit your ministries, both two major without a week or 2 weeks?
Because this loan agreement, as part of the original contract, a parliament approval, also as our escrow management account, the loan facility did not come into a consolidated fund. According to that escrow.
Yeah.
And there is absolutely no way.
Yeah.
We bet me a sign Sika. Say you can Sika from the escrow $5 million. Our Minister of Finance and Yahweh. I mean, that cannot be. It cannot be.
And it can be Bank of Ghana put the
Bank of Ghana, so it can't be.
But we see media may as journalists.
Unless there is some serious criminal gang cartel be away there.
Minister Actual has said. Further investigation.
Of course.
Me, I'm only praying.
Investigation never
cost. I'm being in a young no cry to Asemunum. Say Ebia or what attach by or not about February 2017.
Yeah, no about February 2017.
And now, and we says card of March 2017. Minimum exact date.
But whether there was a payment or not, Godwin. It's questionable. The process that community who paid, who gave authorization.
Oh, yeah.
Idea NDC fire Musi and you have followed suit. Chief directors what happened? Me tell you.
No, and out of court, we can all make some and a minister then I would away and Bauko quarter. Minister say me proof no. In a court of law, we
are holding brief to the minister.
Why are you doing this?
We are holding brief.
What is this court of law?
Then can I do share?
No,
if we want to deal with the Minister of State, say minister ye de wakwa to ministry ho ye sika was obo ho by want me am ho ban until we are charging you for causing financial loss to us based on them and how they be charging no.
Fire Procurement Act.
Yes.
Procurement Act. The head of entity.
Yes.
A Minister of State.
I know.
So Minister of State bet me a delegate.
Yes.
Ni authority.
Yes.
Ama.
Yes.
Question here be so. Nipa was signing here for the releases.
Yes.
What delegating to say
on sign
on his behalf.
Do you have the answer?
No ask me ba. Me ba. Why can't you be charged for
negligence?
No, ask
him. Do you have the answer?
No. Alaji Kasa.
Now, one share who was it here.
Yeah.
And the accounts, the only signature for that account is the minister together with the Minister of Finance.
Absolutely.
So how can a chief director best sign it? Then that escrow account.
No, but so Oman can signatories.
Signature.
Yeah,
I am
saying
former deputy minister
Samson
Ahin. And I'm saying that on authority Samson Ahin can say minister nuna signature account no, and then finance ministry.
Okay.
So there's no way the chief director would sign without the consent of the minister.
Unim say who can be say I'm holding breath for the minister. Why that is not true? And I say Makawaha say for me between the two ministers it will take convincing be of some unimaginable proportions and obi a convincing me say omumi no obi anim ho hwe. I would not believe that. But my point is say based on way you know untimi nkonko gina court say oh ade we dey me believe minister na na sign in court you have to prove.
Even attorney general say omu evaluation based on available documents.
Absolutely.
And it has not also been proven say a complete document
and good.
But we are going to market.
I could throw away out.
And I'm saying that the minister cannot be absorbed because one, the other amendment extended. What informed the minister to do that amendment and extension?
But the amendment, even the amendment, he says it is not him, it's the chief director. Yes, he said it here. And then
it means that look.
Because that amendment was done in September 2017. Also, it's not him. And one of the things in your say he would prove to the whole world say the chief directors, no, and
no, but we are in charge of the station. Behavior. The management of the station will question you. And you're because you are in charge today. So you have ultimate responsibility to make sure say at least
let the lawyers deal criminal negligence let the lawyers deal with
it cannot be absorbed. The minister is culpable.
Obi unfortunately that
interview. Okay, no
but if say minister can say two issues $5 million no mutual and match say unim ho hwea a serious matter for me say $5 million they tried since 2017. Without the knowledge of the minister. 2019 money away. What has he done about that?
About it, good.
Me concern no.
And why is even the current director of the ministry, who is supposed to have made the second payment in June and signed the third
restated agreement
in September, why is he still at post?
It's not even a matter of why is he still at post to boom. Has he been questioned on why he did that without the express knowledge of the minister?
Of the minister.
It is time never when you know. I will say Busa minister say. What? Number two issues that are outstanding. Media say indeed the sound about touch anymore.
Now, but the one who say I attorney general opinion. One board the current chief director was signing the amendment.
I was saying no mind
Announcer me Busa a question. So in the AG's opinion,
there's a game being played.
The name of the current director was not
okay. Fine. So for me, me document I me I've spoken to documents.
I think it's good. I'm putting your mind in perspective.
Other documents, especially the original one now. Parliament now. I can have to put that one.
Friday, and then Wednesday. But more than now, some kind of by Friday.
Friday don't have
sure about first part.
You know why is a restless will say you. I think so Obi, but me nya, right? O mo in the moment see we no. We go ABC online now. Document in our quarter. You can read it there from there. Why? Yeah, that's for the opportunity.
And if I weigh mommy.
Me for in the okay, no problem. So you are my brother.
Ah, that's what they mean. Ejuma dey say me no one.
And I can look at me for man. Social commentator.
I mean, I say, and you know, God in Nasari,